There was a video I put out a little bit over a year ago. I want to go back to it and tell the full story of what had happened. The video that I had made was a vlog of the day as a whole, and I don't feel like I told a very good story of what actually happened with Aidan's first black grouper. So first of all, let me back up to who Aidan is. He is a Northport firefighter and a certified captain with his own charter business. Currently running Naughty Dog Charters, which is, in a nutshell, a family fun touring, shelling, shark's tooth hunting, sunset cruises. That's what he does when he's not working at the fire department. But most importantly, he's dating my youngest daughter, Jetta. What he is a good captain. He knows how to run and read. He can locate bait spikes running 40 miles an hour. He'll mark them. We can go back, check them. If they develop into something bigger, then we'll drop and see what they are, or drop a line, etc., etc. He was out with his grandpa and his buddies fishing, and he ran across this bait spike. They turn around, check it out, run over it, zigzag cross it, and it's looking like a ledge. So what they were doing that day was hook and line fishing. So he dropped the bait down and got 8, and he couldn't turn the fish. I believe was dropping jigs and various baits, and he was getting eaten. He couldn't turn whatever he was getting eaten by. So he calls me up that night and said, I think I found a decent ledge and I want to drop down and see what it is, because I kept getting broke off. So I was like, cool, no problem. Let's go out. This was probably on a Monday or Tuesday. He had to work, I had to work, and I was like, let's get a couple of guys together and we'll dive it this weekend. Being a firefighter, he's I think 24 on, 48 off or something. So there ends up being a nice day before the weekend. So he said that he's going to go ahead and go back out there, and he's going to take his gear, he's going to take his spear gun and his dive equipment. This spot is in 145 feet roughly. He's going to drop by himself, and because he wants to see what keeps breaking him off. Being excited, I get it, I understand. He has the chance to do it, he wants to go out. He's taking a couple of buddies fishing, and while he's out there, he wants to drop and actually see what the heck is down there, because it's something new, he found it. I get it, I understand. I couldn't go at the time, I had to work. So he ends up going and takes all of his gear with intent to drop on that spot and see exactly what's down there. He finds the spot again. He goes to suit up, get all of his gear on. He realizes he forgot his spear gun. He's already out there. He's got all of his gear. He's got everything but the spear gun. So in his head, he's like, okay, let me just drop down just to check it out and see what's down there. He ends up dropping down, gets about 3/4 of the way down the water column. What he's telling me is a big black grouper swims up and meets him in the water column. And obviously Aidan's strictly a looky-loo diver at this point. So he swims down and confirms that it is a cave ledge. There are Goliaths around it also, gags. The place is just teeming with life. He comes back up, ends up giving me a call a little bit later, and he's like, there's a big black down there. We need to go get it. He asked me, he's like, do you think he'll move? From my experience, they normally don't move. Not within a week or so. They find a ledge and they'll stay there. So that weekend, we got some guys together. It was me, Steve, Aidan, and his dad. We hopped in the boat, ran back out to the spot, and this is what happened.
Are we just dropping straight down?
When you get out to the 55 to 70 mile range in southwest Florida and the Gulf of Mexico, the majority of what's out there is what these like cave ledges. It'll just be a vast area, and then all of a sudden there'll be like bowls and just singled out cave ledges that are out there. So we're dropping down. If you look really close, and it's really hard to see, you'll see the black grouper just hanging out right outside the ledge, and he sees us coming down and gets spooked, and this time he gets spooked and goes into the ledge, and that's pretty normal. This is Aidan's spot. This is Aidan's fish. He's looking deep inside that hole with his flashlight, and he pops one in him and immediately stones him. One of the easiest blacks I've ever seen anyone get There was no fight in this thing because, believe me, these are some of the strongest fish in the Gulf, and if you don't hit this thing perfect, you are in for a fight. He gets this fish, and all I'm thinking about, get him on my safety sausage and balloon him up to the top and let the guys up top deal with him, and let's see if we can get a couple more fish down here, because this place was absolutely bananas. Gag season was in at the time. ARS was in at the time. There was fish everywhere, as you could see when we dropped down. After taking that black out of that ledge, everything just kind of dispersed. Again, we were at 145 feet, so we were in deco pretty fast. I mean, you got about 11, 12 minutes of bottom time in 145 feet.
Well, there it is.
Food like butter, kid.
Yeah, he was DOA, dude.
Woo! Power head attached, baby.
Oh, that was awesome, man. We were all just bullshit, all of a sudden the wind blows up.
It was silted up for where you pulled that.
Going to sleep right in the water column?
Yeah, he did.
Bottom,
No, he got him out of a ledge.
Something spooked him. He was coming up to me. There's something spooked him, and he went back in the hole. And then the two things were blocking him, and I just saw his head, and I went, alright, let's go.
And she went off.
Gun, or what?
Yeah, no fight at all.
Yeah, I just grabbed him out of
Let's
there.
go, dude. I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, he's super.
Dude, that's a 100-pounder. He's hauling, I would say,
He's about 80.
80. That's,
Yeah, 75, 80. He's about real close to the same one I got.
Your skinny ass ain't picking that thing up, dude. Look at that slob. Nice job, buddy.
There we go.
Was it worth not having sleep last night?
Yeah.
Now sit down. Bring him to us. Oh no. All right, down now, down. Down a little bit. There we go. All right, now let's put him back.
Stupid fish. They gotta be so heavy.
On the way back in, we were thinking, okay, how can we weigh this thing? We didn't have a scale. Aidan's grandpa had one of them like spring scales or something, and he didn't really trust it. And so his dad, Kent, came up with this idea, let's take it to Publix. I thought they were kidding, but they weren't kidding. Steve ended up holding the fish on the scale, and the overall weight minus his weight came up with right around 75 pounds. Then we take it back to Aidan's grandpa's house, and just as a comparison, put it on his spring scale, and it came out to right around 75 pounds. So now we know that that scale is fairly accurate. I clipped the video up and made an Instagram reel out of it, and it ended up getting, I think, 500,000 views. It was all in good fun. It made for a great experience and a funny video. So congratulations, Aidan, on your 75-pound black grouper, 145 feet of water. Now keep in mind, this was only one drop. The whole day was one of the most memorable trips that I've ever been on personally. And if you want to check out what happened the rest of the day, I'm posting it up right here in the corner right now. Go check it out. If you're in the Inglewood area and you want to go out and you want to see Lemon Bay for the beauty that it is, and you want to hit a dolphin tour, manatees, shelling, snorkeling, shark's tooth hunting, sunset cruises, Cabbage Key, Pop Sunset Grill. If you want to do any of that leisure day stuff, get a hold of Captain Aidan Hayes. I'll leave all of his information in the description below. And that's all we got for today. I just wanted to get a little more deep into that fish.
I can't even get these in here.
Told you.
Are we all in?
I think so. Get closer.